we end up only by referencing to the question whether or not the Reformation is over. And we're not having the time to go through the whole presentation, but I would encourage you to log in to this website, Is the Reformation Over?, where you will find a statement which was drafted last year or at the end of 2016 in view of the 5th centenary of the Protestant Reformation, asking the very question, is the Reformation over? Preparing evangelical readers or the general public to address the issue whether or not the Reformation of the 16th century is over, and if not, in what sense. And that question was very central in many ecumenical commemorations of the Protestant Reformation, asking the very question whether or not the issues of the 16th centuries have been resolved and if the Reformation still has a reason to be promoted. And so this document basically argues the case for the ongoing necessity for the Reformation to go on, not only as far as the Catholic Church is concerned, but also as far as the evangelical Protestant world is concerned. The issues, the basic issue, theological issues of the Reformation are still as relevant as ever. Going back to the Scriptures and going back to the basics of the gospel. Of course, the Reformation also was a much more complex phenomenon. Many of the attachments to the Reformation need to be overcome. The political sides, the polemical attitude, and so on and so forth. But as far as the two main pillars of the Reformation, Scripture alone, Christ alone, faith alone, these are ongoing, relevant points for the Catholic Church, and the Catholic Church didn't rejected those points in the 16th century and has tried to readjust a little bit its attitude over them at Vatican II and after, by way of updating its language, but not by way of reforming its doctrine. So, in my view, the Reformation is not over, but needs to move on, both outside and inside the Catholic Church.